So in this topic we are going to see about venation and types of venation. Reticulate venation. In this type of venation, leaf contain a prominent midrib from which several secondary veins arises that branch like a network. This type of venation is common in all dicot leaves. It is of two types: pinnately reticulate venation, unicoxate. In this type of venation, there is only one midrib in the center, which forms mainly lateral branches to form a network. Example, Mangifera indica. Palmately reticulate venation. It is otherwise called as multicoxate. In this type of venation, there are two or more principal veins arising from a single point, and they proceed outwards or upwards. The two types of palmate reticulate venations are divergent type, when all principal veins originate from the base and diverge from one another towards the margin of the leaf, as in papaya. Convergent, when the veins converge at the apex of the leaf, as in palm or bay leaf. Parallel venation, vein run parallel and do not form a prominent reticulum. It is a characteristic feature of monocot leaves. It is classified into two types: pinnately parallel venation and palmate parallel venation. Pinnately parallel venation or unicoxate, when there is a prominent midrib in the center from which arises many veins perpendicularly and run parallel to each other. Example, ginger. Palmate parallel venation. In this type, several veins arise from the tip of the petiole and they all run parallel to each other and unite at the apex. It is of two subtypes: divergent type and convergent type. Divergent type. All principal veins originate from the base and diverge towards the margin. The margin of the leaf, as in fan, palm. Convergent type. All principal veins run parallel to each other from the base of the lamina and join at the apex, as in bamboos, rice, water hyacinth. PHYLLOTAXY. The mode of arrangement of leaves on the stem is known as PHYLLOTAXY. PHYLLOTAXY is to avoid overcrowding of leaves and expose the leaves maximum to the sunlight for photosynthesis. The four main types of PHYLLOTAXY are alternate, opposite, TERNATE, WHORLED. Alternate PHYLLOTAXY. In this type, there is only one leaf per node and the leaves on the successive nodes are arranged alternate to each other. Spiral arrangement of leaves show vertical rows are called orthocystic, they are of two types: alternate spiral and alternate didicous or bifarious. First one, alternate spiral, in which the leaves are arranged alternatively in a spiral manner. Example, hibiscus. Alternate disticus or bifarious, in which the leaves are organized alternatively in two rows on either sides of the stem. Example, Polyalthia longifolia. Opposite PHYLLOTAXY. In this type, each node possesses two leaves opposite to each other. They are organized in two different types. Opposite superposed. The pair of leaves arranged in succession are in the same direction. That is, two opposite leaves at a node lie exactly above those at the lower node. Example, guava. Opposite decussate. In this type of PHYLLOTAXY, one pair of leaf is placed at right angle to next upper or lower pair of the leaves. Example, Calotropis. Ternate PHYLLOTAXY. In this type, there are three leaves attached at each node. Example, Nerium. Whorled or verticillate type of PHYLLOTAXY. In this type, more than three leaves are present in a whorl at each node, forming a circle or whorl. Example, Almenda. Leaf mosaic. In leaf mosaic, leaves tend to fit in with one another and adjust themselves in such a way that they may secure the maximum amount of sunlight with minimum amount of overlapping. The lower leaves have longer petioles and successive upper leaves possess shorter petioles. Example, Ecalipha. Leaf type. The pattern of division of a leaf into discrete components or segments is termed leaf type. Based on the number of segments, simple leaf. A leaf is said to be simple when the petiole bears a single lamina. Lamina may be entire. Example, mango. To any depth but up to the midrib or petiole. Example, cucurbita. Compound leaf. Compound leaf is one in which the main rachis bears more than one lamina surface called leaflets. Compound leaves evolved to increase total lamina surface. There is one axillary bud in the axil of the whole compound leaf. The leaflets, however, do not possess axillary buds. Pinnately compound leaf. A pinnately compound leaf is defined as one in which the rachis bears laterally a number of leaflets arranged alternate or in an opposite manner, as in Tamarinus unipinnate. The rachis is simple and unbranched, which bears leaflets directly on its side in alternate or opposite manner. Example, name. When the leaflets are even in number, the leaf is said to be peripinnate. Example, tamarindas. When the leaflets are odd in number, the leaflet is said to be imparipinnate. Example, name. Bipinnate. The primary rachis produces secondary rachis which bear the leaflets. The secondary rachi are known as pinnae. Number of pinnae varies depending on the species. Example, Delonix. Tripinnate. When the rachis branches thrice, the leaf is called tripinnate. The secondary rachi produce the tertiary rachi which bears the leaflets. Example, moringa. Decompound. When the rachis of the leaf is branched several times, it is called decompound. Example, coriandrum sativam.